Hey folks, this is Missing Digit Outdoors, and today we're going to do a review and a demonstration on the Lansky fixed angle sharpening system. So, off the bat, we're going to talk about stones that you can get with the Lansky sharpening system. Many different kinds, many different types. Good thing about this system is it's a modular system. You can build it yourself. You can pick what stones you want in it. You can have 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 if you want to. But there is basic kits that come with 3 to 5 stones. I started out with the 3 stone diamond kit, and I added a 1000 grit stone and a 2000 grit stone to that. This one goes from coarse to medium to fine. They're all color coded. It comes with a clamp for clamping on to the spine of your knife. And a little bottle of honing oil, which you don't need for the diamond stones, but it is good to have it on the regular stones. So there's that. Today, I'm going to be demonstrating how to sharpen a basic kitchen knife with this today. And we're going to go ahead and get this open. There. This is an Ontario knife company, Old Hickory paring knife. We're just going to go ahead and get this in our clamp here. Actually, you know what? We're going to see how sharp it is first. Ow, just falling. Let's see here. See what we got to work with. Well, actually better than I thought it would be, but still pretty rough. Might not have to do too much to this. Show you what it should be like. That's what we're going for. We're going to go ahead and get this in the clamp. Try to get it centered on the spine. Be careful with this. This is kind of the sketchier parts about this. Getting it in the clamp, especially if it's already sharp and you're just doing a touch up. But there's that. Little rubber pieces on the jaws, hold it still. But I did buy this separately. The one that it comes with does not have the little rubber pieces on the clamp. It's just solid aluminum. I would suggest getting this one. And I also bought this little clamp. This sits on here like that. You can, anything that this will fit around, it'll clamp to. So pretty easy, pretty nice, good thing to have. I think it was, no, I don't even remember what it was. But I think all together with the different clamp, all the stones, and this, I think it was $110. But you can do that. You can get this kit for a lot cheaper than that, and you don't have to have this. You can sharpen it just like this, which it can. Just hold it in your hand, do it like that. A little pain in the ass, and like this, of course. But you can see see, that's a lot more stable. But you can see where it's hitting on here. It's really fat out here on the end, so I'm going to have to work that a little bit, and I'm not going to bore you with that whole process. I will show you bits and pieces as I go. So here we are. We have it on here. We have our core stone, and I want to put a 25-degree edge on this with a 30-degree micro bevel, and I'll show you what a micro bevel is towards the end of the video once I get this done. It starts out, goes from 17, 20, 25, and 30, which means 30 is 15 degrees on each side of your knife edge. 25, 12 and a half, 20, 10, 17, 8 and a half. So this, I've only ever used it one time. If I really want like a really sharp kitchen knife, I go for 20 with a 25-degree micro bevel, or just 20. The micro bevel makes it easier to sharpen later on, because I don't think you can see it on this knife. Maybe you can. See where the main edge comes down, and there is a secondary edge that starts out towards the edge of the blade. That's what we're going to be doing on this today. So 25, see, start from the back of the knife and go to the front of the knife. Back of the knife to the front of the knife. Like that. And remember, just as many strokes on one side as the other. Count. If you can keep track of up to 100, great for you. I would stay around 5 or 10 each side. Depending on who you talk to, you're going to get a different answer, of course, but that's the way I do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this going, and I'll get back with you in a second. Now that we have our knife profile, I'm going to go ahead and put the micro bevel on. I'm going to show you how to do that. Move this out of the way real quick. We're going to start it off at 25. That is our primary edge. We're going to go up to 30. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip that over. Careful while doing that, don't want to stab yourself. Not good times. And we're going to work our way back down from 10 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we have made our micro bevel. Oh yeah, you can feel that already. Alright, so we're going to move on to our 1000 grit stone that was defined, which is 600 grit. And we're going to clean up, polish our edge a little bit, put a couple, just a little on here, doesn't take a whole lot. We're going to do the same thing with this. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, see the rod in this stone? It will move around. You have to pay attention. And if you take it out and put it back in, it's never going to be right again. So you really need to pay attention to the edge. If you're going from a coarse one to a finer stone, you can see where it's heading on the edge. You can see it. This one, it's even more noticeable because it's shiny where you've been using it, instead of just like rough and scratched up. So it's really easy to tell which stone is hitting where, and you'd want to get them hitting as close to the same area on the edge as you can. As you can see, it has these little clips in here for these rods. I would not suggest taking them out once you get them right, and you're not going to want to. It's a very shitty system as far as I'm concerned, but it works. It's carrying this around with you. You could do it, but I'd say more for home. Like, just carry a stone with you if you needed knife sharpening for out in the field. So yeah, my opinion on that. And we're gonna now. This is going to be ridiculously sharp with a pretty hefty edge on it. So we do need to be careful, watch where our fingers are, make sure we keep them above the stone, and we're not going to drag our fingers across the edge, because at the moment it would probably cut the end of your finger off. See? Stuff like that. Gotta be careful. Now, go ahead and see how sharp that is. Not bad, not bad. I'm not going to go up to the 2000 grit. It's not necessary for a kitchen knife, especially with the sharpening system. It will get things surprisingly sharp for the little amount of effort that you're going to put into this. It's very easy. It's a fixed angle. Set it on the blade from back to tip. Keep your strokes on each side consistent, and you can easily get a sharp enough knife to hurt yourself. Hopefully that is not the case though, but just remember, knives are sharp, they can hurt you. And there's that.